This is Fitness Blender's 5-minute leg leaner for thighs and glutes. In this quick workout routine, we're going to be doing 10 exercises, 25-second intervals with no rest. You only have 5 seconds to move from one exercise to the next. We're only going through one round, and you're not going to need any equipment. Let's go ahead and get started with our first exercise, the plank circles. Starting on that right side, bring those hips up really nice and high so you have a nice straight line from your shoulder all the way down to that knee. And that top leg, that left leg, you're going to make a nice big circle, pausing at the bottom, bring it back around the opposite direction, pausing at the bottom again, then bring it back to the original position. Just keep alternating back and forth, trying to get a nice big circle without letting those hips tilt forward or back or rock them up and down. Let's go ahead and switch sides. We're going to do the same exact thing on the other side. Go ahead and get into that position as quickly as you can. Bring those hips up and start that motion. Nice big circle again, bring it all the way around, pausing at the bottom, then back around the opposite direction. Now just remember to keep those hips up really nice and high, trying to keep a straight line from that shoulder down to that knee, trying to keep those hips as stationary as possible. As you do that circle, those hips are going to want to kick back and forward on you. Try to keep them as solid as you can. We're almost done. And go ahead and let it relax after this one. Flip it around so you're facing front again on that right side. That right leg's going to be nice and straight, propping that left leg up back behind you just a little bit. We're doing a W leg raise now. You're going to draw a W with that foot. So as you pull that right leg up, start almost in line with your body, then bring it up to about a 45, and then bring it up as close to a 90-degree angle off your torso as you can, and then slowly bring it back again. It's just a nice, slow, controlled motion. Get a tight squeeze at the top of each one of those points of that W. Nice swooping motion as you go down around. All right, we're going to switch sides. Do the same thing on the opposite side. Go flip it around, laying on that left side this time, and start up. That left leg making that W motion. Again, remember it's a straight in line with your body, about a 45-degree angle off of your torso, and then about a 90-degree angle off of your torso. Now when you're doing that 90-degree angle off your torso, you're going to have a tendency to pull those shoulders forward when you contract your abs. Try to keep those shoulders in a nice straight line all the way down that spine to those hips. We're almost done. You're going to be staying on your left side for this next one. And go ahead and switch it. We're going to switch to a plank toe touch. So come up on that knee and elbow on that left side. That right leg's going to be the one doing the work. So bring those hips up. Bring that right leg straight in front of your hip and try to reach down and touch it with your fingers. Now you're not going to probably be able to get all the way down there, so you're probably going to be touching closer to your shin. But the idea is to actually be able to get it all the way up high enough that you can touch it with your fingertips. Now we're almost done. We have to switch over to the other side. Do the same thing on the other side. And go ahead and switch sides, flip it over onto the right side, bring those hips up nice and high, moving that left leg this time, left hand up in front. Remember, try to get that foot up nice and high, trying to get as high as you can to the point where you can actually touch it with those fingertips. Now also you want to be checking on those hips. Those hips are going to be constantly trying to drop down towards the ground, so keep checking, make sure you have a nice straight line from your shoulder all the way down through that knee. And we're almost done. We're going to be switching to a new exercise after this one. Doing that kneeling leg raise, so we're going to be flipping you over face down. Go ahead and switch it. On your elbows and knees, start with that left leg first. Nice and slow, full extension. Squeeze it up as high as you can. Bend that knee as you come down. Extend it out as you squeeze it up. Get a tight, tight squeeze at the very top of that range of motion. Just make sure you don't let those hips kick and let that back sway. You want to keep a nice straight line from your shoulder to your hip. Now if you want to, you can do this exercise from your hands rather than your elbows, but you get a little bit more range of motion from those elbows. We're almost done. We're going to switch legs and go ahead and let that left leg relax. We're going to switch over to that right side and start it up. Nice tight squeeze every single time. Full extension to the very top. Get a tight squeeze on that butt. Make sure you don't let those hips kick. Now if you're feeling a lot of extra tension in the hip of that left leg, then it means you're trying to push too much weight back on that leg. Just shift your weight a little bit more onto your right elbow and that should get rid of that. We're almost done. We're going to be switching to another exercise. Our next exercise is going to be the Pac-Man plank. So go ahead and come up onto that right side. Straight line from your shoulder down to your knee. All your weight in your elbow and your knee. You want both knees lined up right on top of each other. That top leg, you're going to open up out to the side as high as you possibly can without kicking those hips, without letting them tilt forward or back. Then slowly drop them back down. Keep a little bit of a gap between those knees and then open it right back up. Just keep that motion going nice and slow, under control the entire time. We're going to switch sides here in just a second. And go ahead and flip sides. We're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So come up on that left side this time, knees pinned on top of each other again. Get a nice straight line from that shoulder all the way down to that knee. Keep those hips up high. Then opening that top leg, that right leg this time, as wide as you can without tilting those hips back. Just keep watching that form. Keep that motion slow and under control. Make sure that hip is up nice and high. Straight line from that shoulder to that knee. This is your last exercise, so really push it through this. And let it relax. Good job, workout complete. You just finished Fitness Blender's 5-minute leg leaner for thighs and glutes.